Hello and welcome to our video today. Today we dive into one of the most decisive and dramatic conflicts in American history, the American Civil War. Let's get started. The American Civil War, which lasted from 1861 to 1865, was a conflict between the northern states, known as the Union, and the southern states, which seceded to form the Confederate States of America. The main cause of the war was the deep-rooted and growing divide over the institution of slavery. While the economy of the northern states increasingly relied on industry and free labor, the economy of the southern states was heavily dependent on slave labor, especially on large cotton plantations. Political tensions escalated as new states were admitted to the Union, raising the question of whether these would be slave-holding or free states, further dividing the nation. The Civil War began on April 12, 1861, when Confederate troops fired upon Fort Sumter in South Carolina. This marked the beginning of armed conflict. President Abraham Lincoln then called for 75,000 volunteers to suppress the rebellion. One of the first major battles was the First Battle of Bull Run in July 1861, which demonstrated that the war would be longer and bloodier than initially expected. Both sides mobilized their resources for a long conflict. 1862 brought some of the bloodiest days of the war, including the Battle of Antietam in Maryland, which is known as the bloodiest single day in American military history, with over 22,000 dead, wounded, and missing. A decisive turning point came in 1863 with the Battle of Gettysburg in Pennsylvania. This three-day battle ended with a Union victory and was the moment when the Confederates again went on the offensive. Another key event was Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation, which took effect on January 1, 1863. This declared all slaves in the Confederate States to be free, fundamentally changing the character of the war by making the abolition of slavery a war aim. The war reached a decisive climax in 1864 when General William Tecumseh Sherman conducted his infamous March to the Sea through Georgia, causing significant destruction. This severely undermined the Confederacy's ability to wage war and its will to fight. On April 9, 1865, General Robert E. Lee surrendered to General Ulysses S. Grant at Appomattox Courthouse in Virginia, marking the effective end of the Civil War. The Civil War left deep scars in American society. Over 600,000 soldiers died, and large parts of the South were in ruins. The Reconstruction era began, aimed at reintegrating the Southern states into the Union and incorporating the newly freed slaves into society. Nevertheless, the path to true equality was rocky and prolonged. The American Civil War was a tragic yet transformative event in the history of the United States. It led to the abolition of slavery and laid the groundwork for modern America, even though many of its social and political wounds remained unhealed for a long time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. See you next time.